Tube fam. Hello, hello. Oh, the title. Oh, well. I didn't change the title. Oh, well. It just says added getting the secrets. How about you get these nuts in your face? Got 'em. All right, cool beans. Anyways, chat. We have some more challenges. These are going to be some tough runs, but we got to lock in. Low key, I'm debating on watching a guide. I'm not going to lie. Because I feel like it would help me a lot. I don't know. Let's see what we're dealing with, and then I'll decide if I feel like we should watch a guide or not. UCN. Let me turn the volume down for y'all. This should be good. Let me know if it's good. Probably a little bit lower for y'all. That might be too low. Because the menu screen's already loud. So, chat, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we have 6 left. Yikes, man. This is going to be tough. Okay, chat. I think to make us all... Okay, ew. 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 Ew to you too. All right, chat. What I think I want to do... I want to watch a guide. I know, crazy, right? I'm pulling up a guide. Because I want to not want to throw me off of a bridge. Where's the Bones 5? The bones, the bones, the bones. Let me just switch it up. Hardest FNAF challenge. What's Hopeless Pursuit? Bones. All right, wait, where is it? It's 5 Nights at Candy's. UCN AI breakdown, chat. And out. All right, I'm going to stop recording.
But is AI... Ultimate Custom Night is by far...
Holy crap. Holy crap. Chat. Okay. We probably won't watch it all today. But I want to be able to help assist me. All right. I think I need a little bit of assistance.
First, before we go over how each animatronic works in detail, I'll give a basic gameplay explanation, along with how all the universal mechanics work within UCN.
Oh my god, I'm already overstimulated.
As brief as possible so we can get to the more interesting animatronic sections. Unlike the other mainline FNAF games, there are no strict nights in Ultimate Custom Night. Upon launching the game, you're simply greeted with a menu of 50 animatronics, and you can adjust...
Oh yeah, I feel like I keep forgetting to turn off visual effects. I feel like I forget to turn on visual effects, chat.
AIs accordingly. There are 4 different offices that you can choose from, but for the majority of this video, I'll be playing in the FNAF 4 office, as it's the brightest, making it the easiest to see different...
Oh my gosh, I forgot about the different offices. I think I have enough points to go to a different office.
Animatronics. Within your office, you have 4 separate doors, all of which can be closed with the keyboard during all times of the night. Both the flashlight and the Freddy mask return from FNAF 2. Though, unlike FNAF 2, you're able to use both at the same time. Within the cameras, you'll now see that you have 3 alternate systems.
Wait, you can? Oh my, I just learned so much already, and I'm literally like 2 seconds into a Bones 5 video.
Have to manage.
They were following you on TikTok.
In most FNAF games, a view of the vent system, which leads to your front vent door, and the air duct system, which leads to the 2 air ducts in your office.
Oh yeah, the strat. I forgot the duct strat. We gotta keep our thing over here.
Also 5 different tools and a desk fan that you can use and activate throughout the night with numbers 1 through 5 and the...
Why everyone brought it up every 5 minutes? Wait, what did people bring up every 5 minutes?
Spacebar on the keyboard. We'll go over what they do shortly in the universal mechanics.
Chat, it's so hard to click the numbers, bro.
Manage all these different systems, tools, and doors in order to complete the hardest challenges in this game. If that sounds like a lot, that's because it is. But hopefully by the end of this video, you'll have a clear understanding of exactly how all of this game works. Now, let's start off with the universal mechanics that are present throughout the game, regardless of what animatronics that you have on. The first and most obvious of these is your power. Like most FNAF games,
I'm sorry, I'm just watching his gameplay. I'm like, how is he doing this?
power is what prevents you from just stalling out with every single door closed the entire night. Though, because of how much you have to—
There's a guide video. Oh, yeah. The thing is, everyone was saying that, but I knew from the beginning I was going to be doing the Bones 5 guide. I feel like the Bones 5, in my opinion, has the clearest guides. For me. I know, like, everyone, you know, learns differently, everything. I just feel like the Bones 5 guides work best for me. He gives me the tea. He shows me how to do it, you know. Like, he's the reason why I beat Aggressive Nightmare Mode in an hour. That's why I don't want to watch guides until, like, later. I just watched his guide a little bit earlier. Because I was like, I'm probably going to be playing forever. Let me just watch his guide now.
to deal with in this game, the power is much more generous compared to other FNAF games.
I'm excited for FNAF 2, yes sir!
100% scale, but the actual in-game power value gets much more specific. Instead, starting at 10,100. You don't normally see this extra percent because it will disappear right as you enter the night, but if you buffer the power generator input by pressing 1 as the screen fades in, you'll be able to see that you actually start with 101%, or 10,100 power value. Every 0.12 seconds, or 120 milliseconds, the real power value will be subtracted by 1 plus the amount of usage currently in your office. You can see here that I have the power value displayed on screen next to the percentage-based power. All of the doors, fan, and all of the—
That's crazy!
The tools except for the power generator will always add 1 usage to the bar. Different items do not add more or less power drain. It takes the same amount of power to power a desk fan as it does the industrial battle grade doors and the AC for the entire building. Even though you can have more than 6 things on at one time, the power usage is capped at 6 when the bar is full. The power generator simply acts as negative usage. For example, if you have 1 door closed and the power generator on, the usage from that door would be counteracted with the power generator, and you'd only lose 1% every 12 seconds from the idle power drain. This also means that when you have the power gen on with no other usage present, the power gen will counteract the idle drain, and you'll lose absolutely no power.
I've noticed that.
You have to worry about noise, heat, and ventilation. Noise.
So yeah, we just that power generator is just, it's our best friend. We already knew. We did know that. We did know that.
Works on a scale of 1 to 6. But unlike
oh my
power,
god, don't get me started. It stresses me out.
Varying levels of noise to the meter. All of the distractions here.
A little bit. Oh, it's probably one of Dee Dee's secret, because Dee Dee got secret characters, and Lil Bit, I guess, is one of them. Oh, yeah, power generator creates noise. Oh, it does. It does. Yeah, I forgot.
Here have their respective noise levels pictured on screen, and we'll go deeper into all of these in the animatronic section. Next,
40-20 becomes pretty easy. Yep, but you have to understand the game. Yeah. I'm a big fan of the Bones 5, for sure. Like, I think the Bones 5 is one of the best guide creators. And he puts so much quality into his videos. Like, it's not just, here, blah, 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 here's how you do it. Like, y'all seen my videos. Obviously, my videos, I'm not teaching. I'm not teaching FNAF, but obviously I do mini guides, kind of. But I always I'm like, go to the Bones 5, okay? Don't try to learn off of me. I'm just here for some silly moments. Now, I know, that's why it takes a month to get videos out, because the challenges he does, along with the effort he puts into editing, and now his thumbnails are, like, next level. Have you seen them? Like, the Bones 5, you need a raise. This was 9 months ago. There's no way. I feel like this came out literally yesterday. Also, chat, I do wanna do no death coin. Is that insane? Is that insane? I kind of want to do no death coin. Because I feel like, I don't know. I feel like that would be the true gauntlet, is doing no death coin. Hi, Vinci, how are you? Like, I don't think I would feel accomplished, but I don't think I would feel as accomplished if I did no death coin. But we're just going to vibe it out and see.
Next up is temperature. Unlike the game that it was originally taken from, there isn't any RNG in how the temperature works, or the tools that affect it. The temperature will naturally increase by 1 per second if you don't have anything on to cool the building down, and has a max of 120 degrees. When the temperature reaches 120 degrees, you don't die or anything like in FNAF 6.
Or more
but
luck.
certain animatronics and the ventilation will become more aggressive. With silent ventilation on, the heat will instead increase once every 2 seconds instead of
I don't
once
know.
every
I guess
second.
in my brain, it's like I've been doing this challenge for so long. Like I've been dragging on. It's like I want to do the hardest one, but I also don't want to. I don't want to. I don't know. It makes me feel like I'd be more worthy because this game's been out for so long, and I'm like, well, people have already been in 50-20 mode. But how common is 50-20 no death coin? I don't know, man. Because I know this game is a lot of luck.
Increase an additional degree every 0.25 seconds. For a total
I'm not
of 5
remembering these
degrees per
numbers.
second. With the
I'm
fan
not
on,
remembering.
The heat will decrease by 1 every 0.5 seconds. And with the power AC, it'll decrease by 1 every 0.25 seconds. Lastly, the ventilation doesn't have a bar or anything to display it, but it's the main reason that you'll have to pull up the cameras throughout the night. When the night starts, it'll start at a value of 500, and resetting it will also set it back to this value. If you're below 120 degrees, the ventilation will decrease by 1 every 0.1 seconds, or 10 per second. If you're at 120 degrees, it'll decrease at double the rate, with 2 per every 0.1 seconds. The puppet escaping the box and the power being out will both subtract 1 ventilation per frame. Now, you don't normally see this because the screen gets darker as the ventilation goes out, but when the ventilation reaches 0, your cameras will be forcefully pulled up in order to force a death from an animatronic. So, as a general tip, just spam click where the reset ventilation button is when you run out because the cameras will be up. If you don't die
Oh,
after 200 frames,
hi
the
Charlie,
cameras
how
will
are
be pulled
you?
down, then pull up again. We've already covered what most of the tools do, but just for a little lightning round, all the tools will use 1 usage of power except for the power generator. The power gen will subtract 1 usage from the existing power drain. Silent ventilation is remarkably pretty useless, changing the natural temperature increase from 1 every second to 1 every 2 seconds. The heater will increase the temp by 1 every 0.25 seconds. The power
This is so
AC
much
is the exact
information.
opposite, decreasing the temperature by
Any
1
of
every
this,
0.25
if it was
seconds.
all
The global
50.
music box, or GMB, will wind the puppet's box by 5 every second and stall Chica's MOs. More on those later. I'm not sure where to
You can stall Chica? Oh my god, look at them fast coins.
put this, as it doesn't really fit anywhere, but the Faz coins that spawn on the cameras are also RNG. 11 can spawn total on one camera, with each rolling a 1 in 10 chance to appear, and this chance is refreshed every time you switch cameras. And that covers all of the universal mechanics of UCN. Before
Oh
we
my
get into the
gosh.
much
I
more
feel like I already learned so much. I did beat no death coin, but there are a few strats you can use, but you'll get there when you get there. Yeah. Wait, I haven't even done all the challenges yet. So we'll have to see when we get there. I haven't even attempted 150 mode.
complex section with the animatronics,
Not 150 mode. Yeah, 150 mode.
I do want to explain some of the
Or
basics of
51,
UCN's
51.
code. First, all the divisions within any equation are always floored, or rounded down to the nearest whole number. For example, if you were to divide 4 by 3, you would get 1.333 repeating. Flooring 1.33 repeating would result in a value of 1, as it's the nearest whole number when rounding down. Secondly, you'll probably
Wait,
see
what is he
this
talking
random
about?
notation pop up here and there when discussing RNG. The number inside the parentheses decides what the random range is, though this range will always include 0. So, random 30 actually means a random number between 0 and 29, including 0 and 29. Random 18 would mean 0 to 17, etc.
Oh, he's talking about the AI,
With
isn't
that
he?
out of the way, we can get to the longest and much more interesting section, the animatronics. So let's go over how every single character works in order of appearance.
What the
If
frick?
2 characters work together in order to create game mechanics, like Bonnie and Foxy, or if they work in a group, like the Vent System animatronics or the mediocre melodies in the Ducks, we'll just
Okay. Golly, Molten Freddy's horrifying, chat. Molten Freddy is actually terrifying. And it's so crazy because I thought Ennard was technically supposed to be Molten Freddy. What the frick happened here?
discuss
Why is
these
there two
groups
of you?
together for the ease of time, as this video is already looking to be pretty long. For our first
Yeah, it's gonna be a
animatronic, we
long
have
one.
The classic FNAF 1 Freddy. Freddy will slowly progress
Love
through
you,
5
Fred.
stages in the left hallway as he gets closer to your door. His progression to get to the left door is defined by this equation. Every second, Freddy will add a random value ranging from 0 to his AI level -1 to his progress. Then he'll
That's
add an
so
additional
much.
1 value to this progress for every 5 degrees over 60. In increments of 100 for this progress, Freddy will progress in his stages and advance closer to your office. At 400 progress, Freddy can be blocked after the doors closed for 1 full second. Once he reaches 500 progress, he'll jump scare you
I do mind having. Oh my gosh, Grab Trap pisses me off.
the next time you pull up the cameras. Bonnie and Foxy work as a duo in their mechanics. They both reside in Pirate's
Yeah, we know
Cove,
this. We know
but
this.
Foxy
Yes,
requires you to look at him, and Bonnie doesn't like being looked at. Luckily, you can tell who's in Pirate's Cove based on the figurine in the office.
W
This
figurine, man.
has a 1 in 3 chance to change every 2 seconds, though it won't change until the animation of the camera flipping down is playing. This is very important, as you can 0 frame flip to change the figurine without committing to being in the cameras at all. We'll talk more about 0 frame flips in the strategy segment, as it's
Zero flame.
If you do look at Pirate's Cove while Bonnie is there, he'll disable the camera feed for 300 plus AI times 20 frames. Aside from looking at Foxy,
That is so long. Yo, what's good, Sickly? How are you?
Things within the camera menu, you just can't see anything. For example, you could view Funtime Foxy's showtime or buy anything at the prize corner with the cameras disabled. But if Bonnie
Does
and
someone
Foxy
have like all the characters? Like, does someone, whatchamacallit? Because there's usually someone that gives you all of the who is who. Because that would be very nice. Of course no one did. Of course no one did. Because I would like to look at specific characters and not have to watch this whole thing. I mean, I know it's in order, though.
Until the cameras are fully functional again. Bonnie's AI is pretty simple, all things considered. But the same cannot be said for Foxy, who is one of the most complicated characters in the entire game.
Oh my gosh, he is difficult.
There are a lot of misconceptions with how Foxy works in this game. When the Foxy figure is on the table, Foxy will constantly progress every frame, regardless of how many pieces are in the office. This is why if you leave the Foxy figurine on the table for long enough, even with no pieces in the office, Foxy can just straight up jump scare you.
What? That's
Foxy
insane.
progresses every frame is defined by this equation. This H variable can range.
Yeah,
from
I'm
0
not.
to
When he
3.
just starts
Every
doing
time
math,
that
I
Foxy
lock out. I'm
advances
not
a
gonna
stage,
lie.
This value will be added by 1. Though, when you look at Foxy in the cameras, this H value will reset back to 0. Foxy's stage progression is determined by this equation. Once this equation becomes true, he has a 2 in 3 chance to progress to his next stage. Even though this variable H can only go up to 3, Foxy has 10 stages total. The first 4 are visible within Pirate's Cove. Then, stages 5 to 9 can be seen through Foxy's various body parts entering through the office. Once Foxy has entered stages 5 to 9, meaning any part of his body is in the office, he'll still progress by 1 every frame even if the Bonnie figure is on the table. Once Foxy's head is on the table, he's reached stage 9, and the next time that he progresses a stage, he'll be in his
You're
kill
dead.
state. At this point,
You're
he has
dead.
a 1 in 10 chance to jump scare you every frame that you're in the cameras. Next up is Chica. Chica's mechanic is all centered around her getting
Especially for a new
angry
player,
when the music
yeah.
box is not on. Chica
Oh
works
my
in
gosh,
3
I hate her.
stages. Stage 0 is when you can audibly hear pots and pans throughout the building.
Alright, what I'm gonna do, because I don't want to, like, I feel like I'm, like, kind of stealing from him. I'm gonna end my YouTube live, and then I'll come back live later. So, because my VODs stay up on YouTube, and it kind of feels dirty if I, like, am watching this whole thing, and then, you know, or watching a lot of his video. I'm not gonna watch the whole thing today, but watching, like, a lot of his video. And then have it, like, in my VOD. That feels like I'm, like, stealing from him. So, I'm gonna end my YouTube live, and then we'll come back live, once I'm in UCN again. I appreciate it. I'm on Twitch, though, if y'all want to stop by.